Pip the penguin, and today he's planning the perfect picnic. Pip packs his favorite snacks, fish sandwiches, seaweed rolls, and a warm drink. With his basket packed, Pip heads off to find the perfect picnic spot. Next to a big, blue iceberg, Pip finds the perfect place to set up his picnic. Pip sets up his picnic, laying out each snack on a soft, warm blanket. A friendly seal pops up, drawn in by the delicious smell of Pip's snacks. Pip waves to the seal, happily inviting it to join the picnic. Pip and his new friend share snacks, munching and smiling. Soon, more friends arrive, an albatross and a young penguin join in the fun. They play icy games, laughing as they slide and chase each other around. After lots of fun, they sit and rest, happy and full. They watch the waves, feeling calm and happy by the sea. As the day ends, Pip and his friends say goodbye, feeling happy after their perfect picnic. Pip feels warm inside, knowing this picnic was truly perfect. This is Oliver, a curious little kitten, ready for a nighttime adventure. As Oliver looks outside, he sees the stars shining brightly, calling him to explore. With a quick hop, Oliver jumps to the window, ready to start his adventure. Quietly, Oliver steps outside, his little paws touching the soft grass under the moonlight. A butterfly appears, and Oliver playfully reaches out to say hello. With a twinkle in his eye, Oliver follows the butterfly, hopping through the night. In the garden, Oliver finds a funny little statue and wonders if it's alive. Next, Oliver discovers flowers that glow softly under the moon, making the garden magical. A friendly owl hoots from above, and Oliver listens closely, feeling excited. As the butterfly flies away, Oliver waves goodbye, happy to have had a new friend. Feeling sleepy, Oliver heads back to the window, ready to return to his cozy bed. Back in bed, Oliver curls up, his adventure leaving him with sweet dreams. Under the twinkling stars, Oliver dreams of more adventures to come. Bella the bunny sees a beautiful flower in the distance and wants to pick it for her friend. Bella feels a little scared, but she takes her first hop into the forest. Suddenly, she hears a hoot and looks up to see Ollie the owl. Ollie tells Bella that she can be brave even if she's small. Feeling a bit more confident, Bella hops further into the forest. Bella meets Squeaky the squirrel, who's busy gathering acorns. Squeaky tells Bella that courage is about trying new things. Bella feels a little nervous in the dark, but remembers her friend's advice. Bella meets Daisy the deer, who's friendly and graceful. Daisy tells Bella that being calm can help her feel even braver. With her friend's encouragement, Bella finally reaches the flower. Bella picks the beautiful flower, feeling proud and brave. Bella hops back home, feeling braver and stronger than ever. Bella's friend is delighted with the flower, and Bella feels proud. Bella knows that even a small bunny can do big, brave things. Captain Teddy the bear is setting sail to find the lost rainbow treasure. Teddy spots something floating in the water. It's a treasure map. Teddy reaches an island and meets Polly the parrot, who loves treasure hunts. Polly agrees to help Teddy and hops aboard the boat. They arrive at Starfish Cove, where the map says to look for clues. Sam the starfish introduces himself and offers to help. Sam tells them that the treasure is hidden on Rainbow Island. Suddenly, they sail into a big storm. After the storm, they see Rainbow Island in the distance. They explore Rainbow Island, looking for the treasure. They find a cave glowing with rainbow colors. It must be the treasure's hiding spot. Inside, they find a chest filled with magical, colorful treasures. Teddy and Polly cheer, proud of their big adventure. They bring the treasure back to share with all their friends. Teddy and Polly arrive, and everyone cheers for the brave captain. Leo the lion cub feels something strange. His tooth is wiggly. Excited, Leo shows his wiggly tooth to his friends. Leo tries to eat an apple, but the tooth wiggles even more. Leo tells his mom about his wiggly tooth, asking what he should do. Leo tries wiggling his tooth with his tongue, hoping it will fall out. He tries to eat some crunchy carrots to make it wiggle more. Leo's friend Monkey suggests wiggling it with his paw. Leo decides to jump up and down to see if his tooth will fall out. Feeling tired, Leo takes a nap, dreaming about his wiggly tooth. When he wakes up, Leo checks his tooth to see if it's still there. With one last wiggle, the tooth finally comes out. Leo feels proud, looking at his new smile with the missing tooth. Leo's mom tells him that the tooth fairy will visit and leave a surprise. Leo places his tooth under his pillow and goes to sleep, excited for the surprise. The next morning, Leo finds a shiny gift from the tooth fairy. One morning, Ziggy the zebra woke up to a colorful surprise. Curious, Ziggy checks his reflection in the water. Ellie the elephant sees Ziggy and gasps. Proud of his colors, Ziggy shows off his stripes. Giraffe bends down, amazed by Ziggy's bright stripes. Ziggy feels so joyful that he starts to dance. Parrot flies over, impressed by Ziggy's colors. Ziggy and Parrot admire each other's bright colors. Ziggy's zebra friends arrive and can't believe their eyes. His friends ask how he got so colorful. His friends wish they had colorful stripes too. Ziggy tells his friends that it's okay to be different. The animals decide to have a colorful parade. As the sun sets, they all feel happy and special. Ziggy smiles, loving his colorful stripes just the way they are. Sammy the snail was thrilled. He had just been invited to his first sleepover. He packed his bag with his favorite blanket, pillow, and a snack. Sammy slowly made his way to his friend Shelly's house. Shelly the slug and Benny the beetle were waiting to greet him. They played games like hide and seek and shell stacking. Next, they told silly stories that made them all giggle. They had a snack of fresh leaves and berry juice. Then, they built a cozy fort out of leaves and twigs. It was time for pajamas. Sammy slipped into his snug sleeping shell. They watched the fireflies twinkle outside, like tiny night stars. Shelly told them a bedtime story about a brave little bug. One by one, they all said goodnight. Sammy drifted off, dreaming of his amazing sleepover with friends. As morning came, the sun peeked in, waking up the sleepy friends. Sammy thanked his friends for the best sleepover ever. Today in the heart of the forest, all the animals gathered for a very special event. The Great Forest Talent Show was about to begin. Penelope the porcupine watched from the bushes. All the animals were so talented, she didn't think she had any special skills at all. Squeaky the squirrel noticed Penelope's worried face and cheerfully said, "Don't worry, Penelope. You have a talent too. Let's find it together." Penelope tried dancing with the foxes, but she tripped over her own feet. She blushed, feeling a little silly. Next, Penelope tried singing with the birds, but her voice came out in a squeaky croak. She sighed, "Maybe singing isn't my thing either." Penelope sat under the tree, feeling hopeless. "Maybe I'll just skip the talent show," she whispered to herself. As she played with some twigs and leaves, something magical happened. Penelope created a beautiful arrangement without even trying. Her friends gathered around, amazed by her work. "Penelope, you're an artist," they cheered. The forest was filled with excitement as Olivia the owl called out, "Welcome to the Great Forest Talent Show. Let's begin." Penelope nervously stepped onto the stage, holding her art. I made this," she said quietly. The crowd cheered, and Penelope's heart swelled with pride. She realized, maybe she did have a talent after all. The celebration lasted all night, with Penelope's art adorning the forest. She was the star of the show, and she knew it. One sunny morning, Rory the red panda gasped as the bright rainbow over her forest began to fade. "What's happening to the rainbow?" she wondered. Rory hurried to her friends. "The rainbow is losing its colors. We have to save it," she said, and they all agreed to help. The first clue led them to the red flower field, but the flowers were pale and sad. "The red is gone," cried a robin. Rory knew they had to act fast. Nearby, an orange fox held a glowing orb. "I found this, but I don't know what it is," the fox said. Rory gently took it, realizing it was the orange from the rainbow. The team followed the trail to a sunny meadow. The yellow butterfly's favorite flowers were losing their glow. "We need to restore the yellow soon," Rory said. At the frog's pond, the green plants were drooping, and the water shimmered faintly. "The green has faded too," croaked the frog. "Let's find it." By the lake, the blue jay flapped nervously. The water was dull and grey. "The blue is missing here too," he chirped. Rory nodded, "We're close." Above a hill, a faint purple mist swirled in the air. "That must be the last piece of the rainbow," Rory exclaimed, pointing to the sky. With all the colors gathered, Rory placed them into the magical crystal. A bright light burst forth, and the rainbow began to shine again. The rainbow returned, brighter and more beautiful than ever. The forest animals cheered, and Rory smiled with pride. That evening, the animals celebrated under the rainbow. Rory and her friends danced, knowing they had saved something magical. As the rainbow sparkled, Rory whispered, "We'll always protect you." And from that day on, the forest knew its colors were safe. In the chilly Arctic, Pippa the polar bear cub woke up to the sparkling morning. Today felt like an adventure day. But what was that sound? A deep rumble echoed across the ice, making Pippa's ears twitch. Pippa quickly called her friends. "Did you hear that sound?" she asked. They all nodded. It was a mystery they had to solve. They followed the sound through snowy hills and icy paths, eager to uncover what was causing the strange rumbling. At last, they found the source. A melting iceberg was cracking and splashing into the water. Pippa and her friends decided to help the ice stay cool. They had a big plan to save their Arctic home. Together, they brought snow and ice to the melting iceberg. Everyone pitched in to protect their frosty world. Their plan worked. To celebrate, Pippa jumped into the water, creating the biggest splash anyone had ever seen. The friends cheered and played, knowing they had saved the day and their chilly home. As the sun set, Pippa smiled, proud of their teamwork. The Arctic was safe and sound for now. Sammy the seagull loved soaring high above the waves, dreaming of grand adventures. One sunny morning, Sammy heard a tiny voice calling for help from the beach. It was Tilly, a young sea turtle, who had lost her way to the ocean. But their journey wasn't easy. First, they met a group of crabby crabs, snapping their claws. "Don't worry, Tilly," said Sammy. "I'll help you find your way home." When the waves seemed too big, Sammy showed Tilly how to glide through them with ease. Together, they even faced some mean seagulls, but Sammy stood strong to protect his new friend. Finally, after their long journey, the big, beautiful ocean stretched out before them. In the heart of a lush green jungle, a young elephant named Ellie loved to explore. Her curious nature often led her to new and exciting places. One bright morning, Ellie spotted something unusual glimmering across the stream. Her little heart filled with wonder. Determined to discover what it was, Ellie waded across the stream, her big feet causing gentle ripples in the water. What she found was unlike anything she'd seen before, a golden feather, shimmering in the sunlight. Nearby, a trail of golden sparkles caught her eye. With the feather in her trunk, Ellie set off on an unexpected adventure. Through towering trees and playful jungle animals, Ellie followed the golden trail, each step more exciting than the last. The trail led Ellie to a peaceful clearing where a wise old owl seemed to be waiting. The owl's gaze followed her as she passed. Soon, Ellie arrived at a magical pond. Instinctively, she dipped the feather into the water, and the surface shimmered with golden ripples. The pond revealed a glowing path that seemed to invite her further. Though unsure, Ellie decided to trust her instincts. The glowing path led to a hidden valley, a magical place where everything sparkled like the golden feather she carried. At the heart of the valley stood a magnificent golden tree. From its branches, a bird with feathers just like Ellie's treasure emerged. The bird gently took the feather from Ellie and returned it to its nest. Suddenly, the valley seemed to glow even brighter with gratitude. As a thank you, the bird showered Ellie with golden sparkles, a magical gift for her kind heart and bravery. With a heart full of joy and a touch of magic, Ellie returned home, her adventure leaving her forever changed. Back with her family, Ellie's magical glow reminded everyone of the wonders that await when curiosity meets courage. In the heart of a lush jungle, lived a curious and brave tiger cub named Tara. Tara loved exploring every corner of the jungle, always eager to discover something new. One day, Tara stumbled upon an old tree with markings that looked like a treasure map. Excited, Tara decided to follow the map, ready for an adventure like no other. She crossed streams, jumped over rocks, and followed the trail deeper into the jungle. Along the way, playful monkeys teased her, but Tara stayed focused. The jungle was alive with sounds and sights, but Tara felt no fear. A peacock's shimmering feathers sparkled like jewels, hinting she was getting closer. The path grew narrower, but tiny fireflies lit the way forward. Soon, she reached a mysterious cave hidden behind thick vines. Inside, sparkling crystals lit up the darkness, guiding her deeper. A glowing paw print marked the end of her journey. She placed her paw on it. The ground trembled as a secret chamber opened, filled with golden fruit and a magical spring. Tara shared the treasure with her jungle friends, making everyone happy. Tired but proud, Tara returned home, dreaming of her next adventure. As the sun rises, the magical bamboo forest awakens, filled with the soft rustle of leaves. Inside a cozy bamboo den, a little panda begins its day with a big stretch. The panda steps out, ready to explore the wonders of the forest. A colorful butterfly dances by, and the panda follows, filled with wonder. The panda finds a patch of flowers, their sweet scent filling the air. Following the sound of water, the panda finds a sparkling stream winding through the forest. The panda dips a paw, sending ripples across the stream and watching tiny fish swim away. Forest friends appear, a squirrel scurries up a tree, and a rabbit hops through the clearing. The panda climbs a mossy log, discovering new sights and scents in the forest. After a gentle rain, a rainbow stretches across the sky, filling the forest with magic. A secret grove glows softly with fireflies and magical mushrooms. The panda finds a tree filled with fruit and enjoys a sweet snack under its branches. After its meal, the panda rests, enjoying the peace of the bamboo forest. As the day ends, the panda follows fireflies back to the safety of its den. Under the light of the moon and stars, the panda drifts into a peaceful sleep. In a sunny forest full of buzzing bees and tall trees, lived Ella, a curious little bear who loved honey more than anything else. One morning, Ella woke up to a shocking discovery: all her honey jars were empty. Ella rushed to her friends and told them the news. Who could have taken all the honey? Together, they spotted a trail of honey drops. "Let's follow it," Ella said. Soon, they found tiny paw prints in the dirt. Who do these belong to? Wondered Ella. High up in the trees, they saw squirrels with jars of honey. The mystery was solved. Ella asked, "Why did you take my honey?" The squirrels admitted they were hungry and didn't know it belonged to her. Ella had an idea. "Next time, just ask. We can share." The squirrels agreed, and everyone smiled. That afternoon, Ella and her friends shared a big honey picnic, making the forest buzz with happiness. From that day on, the forest friends learned the joy of sharing, and the honey always tasted sweeter together. Deep in a lively jungle lived Monty, a mischievous monkey who loved to play tricks and have fun. Monty's favorite thing was pulling pranks, and his jungle friends knew to watch out for his clever tricks. One sunny morning, Monty decided to pull his biggest prank yet. This will be hilarious, he thought. Monty placed a tasty banana as bait, planning to surprise whoever tried to take it. When the elephant picked up the banana, Monty's water trap splashed him. "Gotcha," laughed Monty. Monty's prank caused a funny chain reaction, making all the jungle animals jump and scatter. Monty laughed and laughed, thinking his prank was the funniest thing ever. But the jungle animals weren't too happy. They decided it was time to teach Monty a lesson. The animals placed a tempting chest of bananas where Monty couldn't resist and waited for him to take the bait. Monty saw the bananas and couldn't help himself. "Jackpot," he exclaimed. But as he reached in, the chest sprung a surprise of its own, a rain of leaves and feathers. Monty was stunned at first, but seeing the animals laughing, he couldn't help but giggle too. Monty realized it wasn't fun to be the only one surprised. "I guess I deserved that," he said. From that day on, Monty decided it was more fun to play together than to play tricks on his friends. The jungle was never quieter, but now, everyone laughed together, thanks to Monty and his mischievous ways. Meet Rosie, a brave and friendly puppy who loved exploring her little town and helping anyone in need. She lived in a cozy town where everyone knew her for her boundless energy and big heart. One day, a big storm rolled into town, and everyone rushed to find shelter. But amidst the storm, Rosie heard a cry for help coming from the forest. Without hesitation, Rosie ran toward the sound, her heart set on helping. She found a tiny kitten trapped on a tree branch, too scared to come down. "Don't worry," Rosie barked softly, "I'll help you." The villagers, searching for Rosie, saw her and quickly came to help. Together, they rescued the kitten and brought it safely down. Rosie stayed close, comforting the kitten with her gentle, caring nature. The storm eased, and they all returned home together, safe and sound. The town cheered for Rosie, their brave little pup who had saved the day. Rosie and the kitten became best friends, always looking out for one another. From that day, Rosie was known as the town's hero and the kindest pup around. Rosie knew she didn't need medals to be happy. Helping others was the greatest reward of all. It was a bright and sunny morning in the meadow. Flowers danced in the breeze, and bees buzzed happily. Buzzy, a tiny bee with shiny wings, woke up and stretched. She was ready for a busy day. But as Buzzy flew out, she noticed some flowers looking sad and droopy in one corner of the meadow. "Oh no! What happened?" thought Buzzy. "But I'm so small. How can I fix this?" A bright butterfly flitted by and said, "Even small wings can make a big difference, Buzzy." Buzzy decided to try. She buzzed closer to the flowers to see what they needed. The flowers whispered, "We need pollen to bloom again." Buzzy buzzed into action. She flew back and sprinkled pollen gently onto the sad flowers, one by one. Suddenly, one of the flowers perked up, smiling brightly. "Thank you, Buzzy," it said. Seeing this, Buzzy felt proud and worked even harder to help the other flowers. Other bees noticed Buzzy's hard work and joined her to help the meadow. Soon, the entire meadow was blooming again, full of colors and sweet scents. The flowers waved happily in the breeze. "You saved us, Buzzy." "Thank you," they said. Buzzy realized that even the smallest bee can do big things when they try. And from that day on, Buzzy worked hard, knowing her efforts made the world bloom. It was a bright morning in the jungle, and Ellie, the baby elephant, was playing with her family. Ellie loved playing hide and seek. She wandered off, looking for the perfect hiding spot. But when Ellie came out, she couldn't see her family. She was all alone. Ellie met a wise owl perched on a branch. "Don't worry," said the owl. "Follow the river, and you'll find your family." Ellie followed the river, her big ears flapping as she walked. But soon, she felt tired. Just then, a playful monkey swung down from a tree. "I'll help you, Ellie," he said. The monkey led Ellie through a shortcut, jumping from tree to tree as Ellie followed below. At the clearing, Ellie met a slow but wise turtle. "You're close. Just cross the big hill," said the turtle. Ellie climbed the big hill, her little legs working hard. She hoped her family would be there. At the top of the hill, Ellie heard a sound, her mom's trumpet. "Ellie," called her family. Ellie ran down the hill as fast as she could. Her family was waiting. Ellie's mom wrapped her trunk around Ellie in a big hug. "We missed you," she said. Ellie thanked the owl, the monkey, and the turtle for helping her find her way. Back with her herd, Ellie promised never to wander too far again. Ellie learned that even when she's lost, friends can always help her find her way. Charlie was a little grey parrot who lived in a big, colourful forest filled with birds of all kinds. Charlie looked at the bright feathers of other birds and wished he could be colourful too. One day, Charlie found a shiny, colourful feather lying on the ground. Charlie had an idea. "Maybe I can find more feathers and become colourful like the others." Charlie began searching for feathers, hopping from tree to tree. He found a bright red feather and tucked it into his wing. Charlie found a blue feather, a green feather, and even a golden feather. Soon, Charlie was covered in bright, shiny feathers. He felt like the most colourful bird in the forest. The other birds saw Charlie and came closer. "Wow, look at you," they chirped. But just then, a strong wind blew, and Charlie's feathers began to fall off. Charlie was left with his grey feathers again. He felt embarrassed and sad. "You don't need those feathers," said a kind yellow bird. "Your grey feathers are beautiful too." Charlie looked at his grey feathers and saw how soft and shiny they were. Charlie joined the other birds, feeling happy just the way he was. Charlie learned that being himself was the most beautiful thing of all. Deep in the forest, a clever little fox named Felix had a secret path. His secret path was hidden behind the biggest tree, winding through the bushes where no one else could see. Felix used his secret path to win every game of hide-and-seek. "Felix, you're the best at hiding," giggled Tilly the turtle. One sunny day, Felix and his friends played tag near the river. Benny the bunny hopped too far and suddenly, he was lost. "Oh no! Where am I?" Benny cried. Felix's ears twitched. He heard Benny's voice through the trees. "Don't worry, Benny. I know a shortcut," Felix said bravely. Felix led his friends through his secret path, weaving between bushes and hopping over logs. At last, they found Benny near the tall grass. "You found me!" Benny cheered as they all hugged him happily. "Maybe my secret path shouldn't be a secret anymore," Felix smiled. From that day on, Felix and his friends used the path to explore the forest together. And so, Felix's secret path became a path for everyone. Gigi was a tall, young giraffe, but sometimes she felt too tall to fit in. Her friends could run, climb, and splash in the water, but Gigi felt too big to join them. She tried to jump like the zebra, but her long legs made it tricky. She wanted to climb like the monkey, but she had no hands to grab the branches. Gigi felt like she wasn't useful. What could a tall giraffe do? Just then, she heard a tiny voice calling for help. A baby bird was stuck in a tall tree. It was too high for anyone to reach. The monkey climbed as high as he could, but the branch was too far. The elephant stretched his long trunk, but he couldn't reach either. Then Gigi had an idea. Maybe being tall wasn't so bad after all. With a careful stretch, Gigi reached up and let the little bird hop onto her nose. She slowly bent down, and the baby bird safely flapped its wings. Everyone cheered. Gigi's height had saved the day. For the first time, Gigi felt proud to be tall. From that day on, Gigi knew everyone has something special to offer. Ricky the raccoon loved collecting food, but he never liked to share. Every night, he sneaked around, collecting tasty treats for himself. One night, Ricky found something amazing, a huge picnic basket full of food. He pulled and tugged, but the basket was too heavy to open alone. Then, he heard giggling. Someone was watching him. It was his forest friends. They had been watching him struggle. "Let's open it together," said the squirrel. "It's too big for one." But Ricky didn't want to share. "I found it first," he said. He tried again by himself, but the basket stayed shut. Ricky sighed. Maybe his friends were right. Finally, they all worked together, pulling, pushing, and pop! The basket opened. Inside, they found delicious food, enough for everyone. Ricky took a bite and realized sharing made the food taste even better. They ate, laughed, and had the best midnight picnic ever. From that night on, Ricky knew sharing made everything more fun. Coco was a curious little kitten who loved to explore everything around her. One day, Coco saw a beautiful butterfly dancing in the air. She chased it across the garden, her little paws moving fast. Without thinking, she slipped through the gate and kept running. But when she stopped, Coco realized she was lost. The trees were tall, and the sounds were different. Where was home? "Are you lost, little one?" hooted a wise old owl. Coco nodded. "I was chasing a butterfly, now I don't know how to get home." "I can help," said a friendly dog. "I know the way back to the village." A little mouse joined too. "I can find tiny footprints," she squeaked. Together, they followed Coco's footprints back toward the village. Soon, Coco saw her home. She was almost there. She purred and thanked her friends. "You are the best helpers ever." Back home, Coco watched the butterfly fly away, but this time, she stayed safe. She had learned something important. Being curious is fun, but home is the best place to be. Tilly was a tiny turtle who always moved very, very slowly. Her friends could run, hop, and fly so fast, but Tilly just couldn't keep up. She tried her best to be fast, but no matter how hard she tried, she was still slow. She felt a little sad. Would she ever be able to keep up? Then one day, the sky turned dark. A big storm was coming. Everyone ran to find a safe place, but they were going too fast to see where they were going. They ran so fast that they got lost. They didn't know which way to go. But Tilly kept moving, slow and steady, watching the path carefully. She remembered the way home. She had seen every little detail while moving slowly. "Follow me," she called. "I know the way back." Her friends followed, trusting Tilly's slow and careful steps. At last, they reached safety. Everyone was so thankful to Tilly. They realized something important. Being slow can be a superpower too. Tilly felt happy. She had helped her friends by being exactly who she was. The storm had passed, and Tilly was ready for another slow and steady adventure. Deep in the forest, little Nilo the owl loved exploring under the moonlight. But one night, something was missing. The moon was gone. Where could the moon have gone? Nilo needed to find out. He asked the fireflies, but they only blinked in surprise. The sleepy squirrels had no idea. They had been dreaming all night. The wise fox thought for a moment, then pointed to the sky. "Look carefully, Nilo. The moon might not be gone at all." Nilo flew higher and higher, searching for the moon. Then, he saw it. The moon was hiding behind the clouds. The wind gently moved the clouds, and the moon shone through. Excited, Nilo hurried back to tell his friends the good news. The moon was never lost. It was just waiting to shine again. Nilo had solved the mystery. He felt happy and proud. The night was bright again, and all was well in the forest. Nilo learned that sometimes, things aren't lost, they're just waiting to shine again. Deep in the jungle, little Raya the tree frog had a big dream. She wanted to jump higher than any frog before. But no matter how hard she tried, her jumps were always small. The monkeys tried to teach her to swing, but frogs don't have long arms. The parrots tried to teach her to fly, but frogs don't have wings. The butterflies showed her to float, but frogs were made to hop. Raya felt small, maybe she would never jump high. Then, the rain began to fall, and something magical happened. Through the raindrops, a beautiful rainbow lit up the sky. Raya took a deep breath. She was ready to try one more time. She jumped, higher than ever before. She landed in a big, sparkling puddle, her biggest jump yet. Then, Raya realized, all her small jumps had made her strong. Little by little, she had built the strength for one big leap. Small efforts add up to big success. Deep in the forest, Bruno the beaver loved to build strong, tall dams. He worked all day, stacking sticks and packing mud to make his dam strong. While his friends played in the river, Bruno kept on working. But then, dark clouds covered the sky. A storm was coming. The rain started to fall, making the river rise higher and higher. Soon, the river was rushing too fast. Bruno's dam was in trouble. Thinking fast, Bruno knew what he had to do. He gathered more sticks, more mud, and even big, strong rocks. With his friends helping, the dam grew stronger and stronger. But then, whoosh! A giant wave crashed against the dam. Bruno worked as fast as he could, holding the dam together. Finally, the rain stopped, and the river slowed down. Bruno's dam had saved the forest. Everyone was safe. Bruno realized that hard work wasn't just about being busy, it was about helping others too. Hard work is best when it helps everyone. This is Mavi, a curious little meerkat who loves to explore. One day, Mavi and her family set off to find food in the wide desert. As they walked, Mavi noticed something, a tiny tunnel near a big rock. Oh no! The meerkats forgot which way to go. They were lost. The meerkats worried. Which way was home? Mavi had an idea. Mavi remembered the secret tunnel. Maybe it was a shortcut. At first, the others weren't sure, but they decided to follow Mavi. She led them back to the big rock and dug. There it was. The secret tunnel. One by one, the meerkats crawled inside. The tunnel was dark, but safe. Oops! One meerkat got stuck. Mavi helped him wiggle through. Mavi sniffed the air. They were close. She ran ahead. Look! A way out! The tunnel led them right back home. The meerkats cheered. Thanks to Mavi, they made it home safely. Mavi learned that being curious and paying attention can lead to big discoveries. And from that day on, Mavi's family always listened to her clever ideas. This is Hugo, a little hedgehog who loves his warm red hat. One windy autumn day, a big breeze blew through the meadow. Oh no! Hugo's hat flew away. Hugo ran and ran, but the hat was too fast. He searched in the grass, but no hat. He looked in the forest, but no hat. He checked the stream, but still no hat. Hugo felt sad. His favorite hat was gone. But Hugo wasn't alone. His friends had an idea. The mouse, the robin, and the rabbit started gathering things. They carefully made something special, just for Hugo. A new hat, made with love and kindness. Hugo realized something. This hat felt even warmer than before. Friendship and kindness are warmer than any hat. And from that day on, Hugo knew that true warmth comes from friends.
Like, subscribe, and get notified when a new video is out. Thank you.